Peace, lovely. Hold on, my head. Now my head cropped out. There we go. Welcome in, guys, to today's video. I will be covering the Gemini new moon energy. Okay, we will be in this shadow period from May 23rd through May 29th. The actual new moon peaks on the 26th of May at 11:02 p.m. Eastern Time and 8:02 Pacific Standard Time. So I encourage that we work with this entire shadow energy so we can maximize this beautiful space that's here for us. So when it comes to this video, I will be covering the energy, what to expect, how to align and maximize this energy. I will be gifting us with crystals, herbs, a ritual, and I'll also close out with a card pull for the collective to see what Gemini has to say for us, because I know it has to say a lot. Okay, so first off, Gemini is an air sign and its planetary ruler is Mercury. All right, Mercury rules our intellect, our ability to be adaptable, as well as our communication. So this new moon, we want to set intentions around that energy, around the throat chakra, around the third eye, and the crown chakra, to open ourselves up to new information, to new ways of communicating and socializing and things like that. So new moons specifically are more so known for setting intentions, right? Setting intentions for the upcoming lunar cycle, as well as over the next few months as the moon transits and she will make her way back to the Taurus energy in her fullness in around like 9 months or so. So we definitely want to be intentional and be specific with the seeds that we plant at this time. So what is it that you want to call in? What is it that you are ready to receive? What is it that you're ready to manifest? Let's be as specific as we can. The devil is in the details, okay? The beauty is in the details. And so don't just call in abundance. What does that look like? Let's break it down. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom out. Right? What does that look like on a daily basis? What does that look like on a weekly basis? What does that look like on an annual basis? Okay? When it comes to love, your relationships, don't just manifest, I manifest my soulmate, right? Because your soul is made up of many different aspects. And so what part of your soul? Is it your highest self? What does that look like? How do you desire to be loved? What kind of relationship do you want to travel? Do you, want a safe space for you to be able to go to the bar or whatever it is? Let's be specific, okay? This new moon in Gemini is also going to be bringing us opportunities to share our truths, to embrace our dual energy, because Geminis are very expressive, and they are represented as the twins, as that two-face, the yin and the yang, the dark and the light energy. And so there are going to be opportunities for us to show up as ourselves in totality. Okay, there will be opportunities for us to learn new things, for us to talk about maybe esoteric topics, or learn about esoteric topics, or learn about other people's religions, or learn and communicate and socialize and get outside and explore and create intentionally. But I was trying to say, connect with that curiosity. That curiosity. Gemini also has very youthful energy. So a lot of us will feel led to do more things that bring us joy, that bring us pleasure, that allow for us to just be free in our creativity and in our authenticity. Okay, and what else we got? So like I said, we want to be open, right? We want to balance that throat chakra, though. We want to balance our crown chakra. We want to balance our third eye. It's not just about opening the door wide open, okay? Because and when I take that back, I'll encourage that we do open the door wide open, but we are discerning. Okay, we are discerning, we are tactful, we are intentional, and we don't just take everything at face value, because there is going to be a lot of energy rushing in, and we may want to close the door, we may want to crack the door and peep our head out like, hold on, what's going on, or hold on, should I say this, and hold on. And it is important that we do, you know, have that balance where we're using our judgment and we're not just being naive, we're not just being flighty, right? Because Geminis can also be very flighty. So it's about us actually dissecting and asking more questions for clarity, and asking ourselves, why am I going to say what I'm about to say? You know, okay, so and so said this, let me dig a little deeper to really dissect my truth. You know, how do I align with that? So we want to bring in this dual energy, all right? We also, with Gemini being an air sign, and also Gemini rules the throat, we want to use the power of our tongue and the power of our mind when it comes to manifesting. So meditation intentionally. Meditation for receiving, but also meditation for creating, right? That's going to be very profound when it comes to planting those seeds. And I'm going to get into a ritual very soon. But then also another tool that we want to use, like I said, is the throat chakra. So we want to speak life into our future. Speak with intention. Speak with power. Right? Speak with certainty, knowing that what you say and what you think will manifest in its divine time. Okay? So, herbs. Let's go ahead and get into the herbs now. Herbs that I would recommend that we connect with, that is aligned with this Gemini energy, are peppermint. Okay? Peppermint is great for stimulating the mind. Our thyme is going to be great. That strengthens the lungs and is also going to support us in communicating our truth. We have lemongrass, and that's going to be great for clearing the mental fog. Lavender is going to be great for balancing that Gemini's restless energy, right? Because like I said, Gemini's is the bounce house energy. Gemini's are like, ooh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. And so that's going to be the energy too. Everything does not have to be done. Everything does not have to be said. So we want to make sure we breathe with this air energy. Okay? Breathe, recollect, ask questions, and then move forward. And also skull cap. Okay, skull cap is going to relieve that tension and that anxiety, and also it's going to assist when it comes to receiving those spiritual downloads. Okay, so when it comes to the herbs, you can either prepare a nice tea with these herbs. You can burn them loosely on a charcoal disc. You can also add them to your spiritual bath. You can add them to your dressed candles. Like, you can dress your candles with these herbs. And if you don't necessarily have them in herbal form, you can also use an essential oil diffuser or incense, right? So crystals that we want to use are blue lace agate, fluorite, citrine, clear quartz, and celestite. Okay, meditate with those, wear those on your person. You can sleep with them by your bedside. They will be your best friends. And also, y'all, I am currently brewing up some Gemini sacred infused lunar and solar intentional oil. So it is literally going to be harnessing this beautiful energy that we're in. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all go ahead and get y'all coins together. I've shared with y'all, I will be working with every solar and lunar transit. I'm not just working with the moon, I'm working with the solar energy as it navigates through all of the zodiac signs. So we had our Taurus energy, we're going to have our Gemini energy. Next up is Cancer, following Leo, Virgo, Libra, etc., etc., etc. And my intentions is so we may align, so we can have a little sprinkle of this divine energy to carry us through this upcoming 12 months. I will not be restocking the oils again because I'm working with solar and lunar energy, so I will restock it when the sun makes its way back through these zodiac signs. So I encourage that you all stay connected, that you invest in your spirit. When I say these oils are potent, I have a few here still. I'm recording ahead of time, so by the time y'all see this, I don't know if they will be in stock, but we have a duo for our Taurus energy for success and money and love and beauty. But moving forward, I'm probably just going to have one oil more than likely. You know, Taurus had to do it big, but I'm probably going to have one oil per zodiac sign. So y'all stay aligned. Head over to the website, see what you need there. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that really quick because that's going to be very powerful when it comes to a staple in your spiritual journey and your spiritual practices. Okay, so on to the candle colors, right? Let's talk about candle colors. So the candle colors I would recommend working with are yellow. You can work with your light blues, white, your silver. Your silver is going to help you with connecting with this lunar energy, and lavender. And I need y'all to head over to the website crystalinemars.com and purchase your blessed and dressed intentional candles. Get your bundle deal. We have a bundle and save deal where you can get all the colors. You can pick and choose how many you want, so you can always have these babies on the go. Okay, because remember, we're not just working with the moon, we are working with the energy intentionally every day. Okay, so go get what you need for the next go round. But those are the colors that I'd recommend working with. And now moving on to the ritual. Okay, so for the ritual, I would recommend us first cleansing our space, right? You can use any of the herbs listed before. Like I said, you can smoke your home or smoke your space with loose incense or loose herbs. You can use some incense. You can get some white sage as well to clear the air and invite in that clarity. Okay, and so after you cleanse your space, I'd encourage for us to, y'all screen record this too. Don't just be looking, because are you taking note? Okay, but I encourage us to then go prepare a tea with the herbs I mentioned before, and then come back to our sacred space that we have created and begin to deeply breathe and open up our lungs, again connecting with this Gemini air energy, inviting in this divine communication, divine flow, and clarity. Okay, so once we do a few rounds of intentional breathing, and you can even visualize inhaling and exhaling a light blue light, which is connected with that throat chakra energy. Okay, so then we want to grab our crystals. Y'all head over to the website as well, y'all. We have loose crystals. I told y'all we are expanding. Do you understanding? So then you want to grab your crystal baby boos, your loose stones. You can hold them in your person. You can create a little circle around you. Whatever it is you want to do, how you want to set your baby boos up. But you can grab your crystals, your crystals. Every kiss begins with K. And sit in stillness. We want to invite in this stillness. Again, centering this Gemini energy. And then we can recite out loud, I now invite, some of y'all may want to write this down. I now invite divine clarity to speak through me. I trust what flows. That's a declaration for now. Y'all leave that down below in the comments. Declaration of the day. I now invite divine clarity to speak through me. I trust what flows. I now invite divine clarity to speak through me. I trust what flows. All right, so then once we say that, we want to light our candle, or a few, however many you have, baby boo, and either journal or, again, speak out loud, or both of them. Right? But ask yourself and bring in, inviting these answers around what's on your mind. that needs to be released? Is it an idea? Right? Is it a belief system? Is it a narrative that is outdated, that is not even yours? Is it a truth that maybe you've just been keeping in to maybe save somebody else or whatever? Maybe you were scared to share it because you didn't know how you'd be received. What is within that is ready to be released and purged without, shared without? Right? What truth, like I said, haven't I fully voiced? These are questions to ask ourselves. And that's why it's important that we create this stillness so we can hear the whispers of our soul and those gentle answers and truths to come to light. What vision keeps returning to you? Go ahead, stay in or out. Close the door, stay in or out now. And so what vision keeps returning to you lately? What is it that you're repressing, that you're not accepting about not just yourself, but the people around you as well? Remembering the as within, so without. And so if you're fully accepting of self, then is there any resistance when it comes to your relationships? Are there aspects of people that just grinds your gears? Your partner is just getting on your nerves. You fail to communicate successfully in a very, mature and clear and balanced way. Right? Birth chart reading. Bring some clarity. So what vision keeps returning to you lately? Is it something that you're feeling called to do? Something that you're feeling inspired to do? Maybe you're all over the place. So this is the time to ask, what do I need to do now? Because it's often, like I said, with this Gemini energy, you may be flooded. Like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do. I had to remind myself that today. I had a download and I was like, oh. And I ran to my pendulum, like, because I know how I be. It's so much that I'm bringing to the table, so much that I'm working on in the background. And I'm like, this is another one that I'm about to do right now. And I went to my pendulum, like, hold on. Is this what I need to do right now? And this baby boo said no. Am I on the money? This baby boo said yes. Okay. So some of us may really want to open our mind up and use these tools. You see, she going crazy. Okay. And then lastly, we want to allow our words to flow without judgment. Allow our imagination to take flight, right? And just think bigger, dream bigger, and it's time for us to rise. So again, this is beautiful energy for us to work with, and I cannot wait to have that oil available for us on the website. I will have the oil available shortly after the shadow period. So shortly after the 29th, maybe the 30th, because I already have my labels here. That's normally the thing that holds me back. So the 30th is when I'm gonna launch it. The 30th is when I'm gonna launch it, because I like to keep them marinating entirely through that 7-day. That 7-day represents completion. Okay, so the 30th, y'all mark y'all calendars for the duality. That's her name. The duality sacred infused exclusive Crystaline Mars oil, prepared with love for you. So let's see what we got, babes. Let's go ahead and pull a few cards to see what Gemini has to say, like I said. All right. And thank y'all for sharing this space. This was a very beautiful, flowful video. All right. So what we got? What you got, Gemini? Give us a few. Don't be doing too much now. Don't be doing too much. We got any Geminis in the building right now? If you're a Gemini, drop your birthday. Merry birthday. We have tax bill here. We have trauma bond. Okay, we have tax bill. We have trauma bond. Okay, we have the 6 of Swords. So I forgot to say, we definitely want to be intentional with that of which we are speaking of and speaking about at this time. Like I said, Gemini represents it rules the throat chakra. So there could be some energies that, like I said, narratives that are not serving you anymore. That could be taxing you. There could be some relationships when it comes to this trauma bond energy that you may find yourself reflecting on. There could be like aspects. Remember we talked about like the yin and the yang of this Gemini energy. Your shadows could be shown to you in your relationships, and it could be reflecting back to you maybe areas that you still have yet to heal or yet to accept, yet to embrace, or light aspects of yourself when it comes to, you know, just the beauty that you radiate, maybe your intelligence or your skills, your talents, or your potential or something like that. So it's time for you to get moving. But again, it's not about how much you say, it's about what are you talking about? What's your purpose? What's your purpose? How is it serving you? When it comes to the people around you, how are they serving you? Because even the dark serves its purpose, right? Also here we have education fees, calling for us to go ahead and invest. A lot of us, some of us, I ain't gonna say a lot, I ain't gonna put that on you because maybe you're not, but in some way, shape, or form, you may be distracting yourself. You may always be looking for, okay, what's coming next? Looking at all these tarot readings, looking at all of these, you know, podcasts where people are just talking about maybe their traumas, right? I'm seeing like women just talk about life, and it's not that that doesn't matter, but again, does it matter? How is it helping you? You know, is it keeping you in a loop? Are they replaying a narrative that resonates with you, but it's not like helping you really grow as an individual on a soul level, right? So it's time for us to replace those things with higher learning, right? With lectures, with maybe investing in a mentor, you know, learning about astrology, numerology, spirituality, religion, your job, you know, invest in the tools. You may need some paintbrushes, some journals. I don't know what you need, but this education fees is giving very much, you know, school shopping, school supplies. What's your school supplies? Do you have a school supply list? What are you ready to learn? What do you need in order to align with that energy? Because remember, we're stepping out of that, oh, manifestation is going to come to me, it's going to come to me. We talked about that when Venus entered Aries a few weeks ago. Okay, and Venus, she making her way through, but that was a wake-up call reminding us like, hey, we gotta start anew. With us being in this 9 years, it's like, let's go. We gotta meet our manifestations. Okay, we're not in the Pisces age anymore. Pisces is the dreaming and the manifestation. Aquarius is like, okay, now it's time to apply what I know. Now it's time to create. It's time to get busy. In this 9 year, this Aries energy is like, it's time to take action. That Scorpio 9 energy is like, it's time to destroy and create. What are we doing, right? So we have the Knight of Cups here as well. So again, connect with that pleasure, that love, those things that make you feel not only like good, but it assists you in some way, shape, or form. How can you fill up your cup here? We have the Ancestress. It's time for you to rise, right? Connect with that higher wisdom. Connect with your past. Ask your ancestors for guidance, okay? And we have the Guardian. We have the Guardian here, and this is like giving Leo energy. Again, taking that leadership, taking that initiative, and sharing yourself, regardless of who's looking, regardless of who's clapping, regardless of who's buying. Regardless, what is true to you. And let's walk in that. Let's walk in that. All right? So that concludes our energy check-in for this beautiful Gemini new moon. Y'all leave me some feedback down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. What is it that you're working on, right? What is it that you're feeling called, inspired to create or talk about or share? How do you feel? Let's talk about it in the comments. Y'all be sure to like this video and subscribe and stay tuned, because I told y'all we are moving on up to the east side. Okay, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So my voice, I still got my morning voice. But we rising on purpose. Ashe, I love you, Nakupenda, and I'll see y'all very soon on the next video. Take care.